Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They go play action now. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson. That is caught. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Henry is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry again. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. In this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Smith. They'll find Metcalf. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trenton Simpson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Henry up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But he turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now it's Smith. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3.